Please join us for In the Works, a weekly update of public works projects for the City of Kingsport. Now to the host of In the Works, Public Works Director Ryan McReynolds.
Well, welcome back to another edition of In the Works. We're real excited because it's fall, and that means football time as well as leaves falling. And today I've got Lance Edwards. He's one of our crew leaders in the Streets and Sanitation Division of Public Works. And he's going to talk today about how excited the crews are and different things that we may be able to do as citizens to help their job, and maybe explain a few things on how they get their job done. Lance, the crew's pretty excited about getting back on the street to collect leaves?
Oh yeah, we've had a long summer with mowing, and some of them are really looking forward to a little bit of a change, and the leaf season definitely brings that on.
It sure does, and you can feel in the air even today. And so the crews that you use to collect the leaves, in other times of the year, you said that they're mowing. What other tasks do these crews do?
Well, some of them we get actually from landscaping and parks maintenance. Of course, they're doing their thing with the trees and different landscaping projects and the parks throughout the city. The crew we do that we have, they mow all the right-of-way, some of the big clover leaves and state routes through the city, and also we also involved in snow removal during the winter months.
So this works real well. As the grass is starting to die, then the leaves pick up, and you transition crews from mowing into leaf pickup. Usually, what are the months of operation for leaf pickup?
The leaf operation runs from October 15th to January 15th, and then we have a 2-week cleanup period, usually around the 1st of April.
Okay, well, fantastic. You know, as citizens, we see the trucks come by and we see the leaves get picked up, and I'm sure a lot of people wonder what actually happens to the leaves. Where do the leaves go?
Well, we take them up to the landfill, and they have a special area set aside specifically for the leaves, and what they do with them, they'll mulch them up, they let them rot, and they'll compost them, and then they'll grind them up in a big tub grinder, and they use it in various different landscape projects throughout the city.
Really? So every leaf that we collect is reused. It's a real green process. I guess that's one of the reduce, reuse, and recycle. So this is a true reuse the City of Kingsport's doing.
Absolutely. And I think they actually also sell to the public also.
Okay.
It's like, I think about
when they get a large amount of topsoil, they'll sell it. Okay. Well, fantastic. Now, how many crews will you all have out there? And describe a little bit. I know that all the crews don't necessarily look the same. So what are the differences, and how many crews should we expect in the peak part of the season?
And when it comes to the peak part of the season, we usually try to get out between 7 trucks that have, they're 3-man trucks. They have a small pull-behind vacuum that they suck the leaves up, and then we have 2 larger trucks that are compactors. One of those is a 3-man operation also, but the new one we have is an automated, and it's just a 1-man operation.
All right, and that's what's behind us, is this automated truck, and so when that one comes up a street and you just see one man, what is he doing inside the truck?
Well, he's got a joystick that he operates and uses it to move the arm on the side of the truck. He can bring it out. You can see it there on the how it's folded around the side, and he'll bring it around, and he can reach out 10-12 feet with it, and forward and backward if he misses anything around trees, however he needs to, and he'll suck them leaves right up in there.
Well, fantastic. I know we've all been excited about that here in Public Works, and I'd say some citizens have probably seen that truck out in the street. What are some advantages of that truck? Like the smaller trucks, for how many collections of the smaller truck would one truck this side get?
Oh, you would have 3 full collections of a smaller truck like that one compared to just one with this one.
Oh wow, so this truck is able to stay on the road 3 times as long, and depending upon where you are in the city, when the smaller trucks drop their vacuum, and people will see that on their streets where the vacuum machine will be dropped and we go to the landfill to take the leaves there, what is usual turnaround to come back to that machine?
Like you said, it depends on where we're at in the city. It can be anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour.
Okay, and I'm sure if the guys are going to take lunch or have to come back to the shop, it could be even longer.
Right.
So don't worry if you see a vacuum that is parked in front of your house or on your street. We will be back and begin the operation again. Well, some other things that might be of interest to the citizens are how we pick up the leaves and things that they might be able to do to help us keep on the road and keep our equipment operating. What are some helpful advice that you would tell that you've probably always wanted to be able to tell people as they present their leaves? Do you all like them loose, raked to the side? Do you like them in bags? Give us some ideas.
Well, we just do the loose leaf collection.
Okay.
We actually have another crew that if you would prefer to bag them, you're able to, and the trash collection will come on their regular trash routes and pick up bagged leaves. But things that are helpful to us, there's three really big things. They would make sure they put them to the curb, not in the road, of course, but just to the curb and pile them up there. That makes it easier for us to be able to get them without having to go too far and do a lot of raking. Another thing is vehicles parked in front of them. You know, if a car's parked there, that makes it. We don't want to get around vehicles with these big trucks. We don't want to take a chance on accidentally damaging someone's vehicle. So that just helps us be able to go through quicker. Another thing, and this is the big one, is debris.
Okay.
Make sure to try to keep the debris out as much as possible. Separate your leaves from your sticks or other debris that you would be putting out with regular trash pickup.
So a stick, a large diameter stick, or any kind of stick that was to be sucked up, which I've actually been with these machines, and it will suck up a stick. I know that. What are some damaging effects that stick could have on our equipment?
Well, it goes up through that hose, and there's a fan up there that turns and gives it its sucking power. The sticks can actually break or damage the fans, the blades on the fan, and if it's large enough, it can actually get in and cause it to tighten down, and it could break the shaft on it.
Okay, so if one of these machines breaks, it's out of service, which hampers our ability to provide the service to the citizens. So the more that they can separate the leaves from the brush, the more we can keep our equipment out on the street. And the service, a lot of people do question how often we come by the houses, and I know we keep 6 routes, a route a day, and how often throughout the season are we able to stay on a route a day?
Well, when the leaves come down quick, that can definitely hamper us, but the first few weeks of the season, I would say up until maybe towards the end of October, we can still probably get a route a day.
Okay.
But once the leaves start coming down, then that may extend out to a route maybe every 2 to 3 days.
Okay, so in really the hardest part of the season, you might expect collection once every 2 weeks, possibly 3.
Exactly.
And if anyone wanted to know where we were in relation to their routes, who should they call?
Well, we have a leaf line, and the number is on all of our trucks. They can call it any time. The number is 224-2429, and we update that number every day. That way, or the line every single day, and let them know exactly what route and what areas we're going to be in for that day.
Well, fantastic. And even on the web, if you go to the city's website, then you're able to go to the Public Works section of the website, and we scroll. One of the screens we scroll is a leaf update of where we're at, and there you're able to see, as Lance mentioned, where we're going to be next, but also all the routes, so you can know where your area is located in relation to where we're going to be next. Anything else you think would be of good information to the citizens?
Well, there's all kinds of, not offhand, I can't think of much.
Well, I speak for all the citizens of Kingsport when I tell you that we really appreciate this service. I know when we've gone out into these annexation areas, the recently annexed areas, that I've heard from a lot of citizens that this leaf collection has been something that they truly appreciate, where they've moved from the neighbors burning leaves to this collection. It's really given them a much better, some of these residents, a much better lifestyle, and they definitely appreciate the service you and your guys partake of. And one last thing before we leave leaves would be the fact that these are guys, and our number one goal for our workers is to get them home safely. So if you see our guys out there and they're in the road, really proceed with caution around them. They have earplugs on, they're working beside very loud equipment, and they don't assume that they know your car or truck is there, and just please proceed as cautiously as you can as you see our guys working. And again, this is a service that we're real proud of, and we're glad to provide it for the citizens of Kingsport. Thank you, Lance, and look forward to seeing you out on the roads.
Be there.